Hopefully I'm in frame. This is going to be a review for the K-drama Dr. Stranger. Let's give it some genre tags. Let's see, we'll go with medical, melodrama, political, and some romance. If this were an anime, I might almost include a harem tag as well. Number of episodes, it's got 20. Feels meter, we'll do a 3 out of 5. And for an overall rating, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Now, I'm going to do a quick summary and try to be as spoiler-free as possible. A boy and his doctor father end up in North Korea. The boy is trained in medicine the North Korean way. Boy falls in love and, as any sane person would do, then tries to get out of North Korea. Some stuff happens, and now the young and incredibly handsome doctor has made it to South Korea and is now trying to reunite with his long-lost love, who he believes is still in North Korea. Now for some comments. These are personal opinions and may not necessarily reflect your own opinion, but for anybody who wanted some sense of, opinion, here is one of them. Now, Lee Jung-suk is on the list, so this ended up becoming a must-watch drama for me. Just because he's in it, I would have watched it. At the beginning, I was a little concerned it was going to be a straight-up melodrama, which can be good, but to me, I'm more of a romantic comedy kind of person because, to me, melodramas seem to be more about events and romantic comedies seem to be more about the feels. And don't we all just love the feels? Anyway, this one started off with messed up event after messed up event, but by the second or third episode, things calmed down a little bit, so it shook off that melodrama feel to it. It was really a medical kind of drama, so there were a lot of surgeries and whatnot involved, which kept things interesting. They maintained a certain amount of tension throughout the surgeries, so that at least kept things interesting. Where this drama lost the most points was in the relationships, unfortunately, because relationships tend to be my favorite part of these dramas. In my opinion, the chemistry between the two leads was almost non-existent to the point where I actually confused the primary female lead and the second female lead. I thought that they were opposite, and it turns out that they weren't. I mean, there was totally more chemistry between the main character and the second female lead. There was more chemistry in a relationship that wasn't meant to be. That totally throws everything off. I was literally shocked when I realized that I was wrong. I was like, nuh-uh. And then, as the series went on, the plot holes got bigger and bigger and bigger, and some of them they didn't even fill. And I feel like part of it was that we were supposed to be confused about what was going on, but then there's a difference between mystery and random events that make no sense. That's pretty much what it boiled down to. Things did get clearer as the series went on, but it wasn't entirely salvageable. There were still quite a few things that didn't make sense, and I guess that they just kind of swept them under the rug and hoped that nobody would remember that ever happened. That never happened, what are you talking about? I do, however, believe that this is one of Lee Jung-suk's better roles. He acted his part very well. In fact, I hope he gets more roles like this. And he's always fun to look at. A few of these other people were in it too. Maybe you recognize some of them. It took me a little while to realize that this guy was also in My Love from Another Star, or various other translations of that. This one here. He played the second lead in that one, and he played the second lead in this one, and he's second lead material. I mean, he's alright, but I don't see him in a lead. And that lead chick, she's not lead material. Keep her in that second lead role. She does not convey chemistry very well. In the end, if you're not really a fan of this guy right here, or if you don't really care for medical dramas, I'd say that this one you could skip. I watched it for Lee Jung-suk, and it was okay, but I probably wouldn't have watched it if he weren't in it. And if I had watched it, the medical parts might have kept me interested enough, but the relationships, which, like I said, I watched dramas for, were very lacking. The second lead's relationship complications were more interesting than the main couple's relationship. But Lee Jung-suk was good. I like him. This has been a review for the K-drama Dr. Stranger. Stick around for more reviews, and if you didn't like what I had to say, go ahead and leave a comment below. Your feels may be entirely different than my feels, but all that matters is we keep on feeling. The next review is probably going to be Triangle, so stay tuned for that. See you next time. Turns out she was the A-roll the entire time.